It's bipedal. So what else could it be? It was a very strange time in our thought process at this moment.
Yeah, because there was I didn't have any prior incidences in this area to think it would be anything other than the game warden that didn't get called. Thanks again for that. Or another hunter. I was convinced that it was a human because of the distinctive foot sounds as opposed to the multiple sounds of hooves or any type of animal. And it walks across that cutover, and David takes the Starlight Scope. Now, this is 1995, and so we didn't have the technology that we have today. And so a Starlight Scope.
This is an older model, probably a third generation in PVS-4 Starlight Scope. It's a government issue, but it was liberated from the Saudi Arabian government during the Gulf War because they didn't need it. They wouldn't fight in the war. Americans needed it. So that's where we come across it. It was acquired through those means, but it was a military grade Starlight Scope. You've seen the scopes that it kind of turns the night to day, but it has that green tint to it. It's grainy.
It's grainy.
It's grainy. It was old technology, but it would just amplify ambient light, whether you had moonlight, starlight, or whatever. That's why it's called Starlight Scope. But it would amplify that, but it made the picture kind of 2D. So it's still hard to, if something was in a shadow, it was still hard to see, stuff like that. But it gives you somewhat of an advantage, and it had crosshairs in it. I had my AR-15 sighted with it. I thought we had an advantage with that coyote hunting, so that's why I took it.
Yeah, and definitely an advantage.
We wouldn't be using a light, for the coyotes to see.
And full disclosure, we have shot with that before, and it's pretty on. So we're used to what we had. We were familiar with.
Yeah,
and so David shoulders his weapon and looks through the scope, and he goes, "I don't see it. Whoever it is, they're staying in the shadow or whatever. I don't see it." And that's as it's walking through the cutover, because it was making so much noise you could pinpoint exactly where it was, but we just couldn't see it.